When Bill Gates was studying at Harvard University, he came across this book, The Master Key System, one day. Every chapter of the book shook his world of thought so deeply that he did not hesitate to take the risk of dropping out halfway through. It was by following the mental blueprint or invisible design taught in this book that he envisioned the dream of Microsoft. The 24 steps of this book were his secret key, which showed him the path to transforming from an ordinary young man into the world's richest person. Today, you too are about to hold that same key, the one that has shaped the destiny of the world's most successful people for decades. Friends, today we are entering one of history's most mysterious and powerful treasuries of knowledge, the Master Key System, which in 24 total steps will place that master key or the key to success into your hands. Chapter 1. You will learn how your inner world controls the outer world. Chapter 2. Discover the infinite power of the subconscious mind that directs every cell of your body. Chapter 3. Learn the secret technique to focus your mental power on a specific goal. Chapter 4. You will understand why yourself actually knows no limitations. Chapter 5. Know the mystery of the creative mind that can generate wealth from nothing. Chapter 6. Learn how to concentrate your attention into a single point like sunlight through a lens. Chapter 7. You will discover the magical power of your visualization or imagination. Chapter 8. Know how to tune the frequency of your thoughts with the universe. Chapter 9. Learn how to dispel the darkness of negative thoughts and light the lamp of positive energy. Chapter 10. You will understand why the law of cause and effect is the foundation of success. Chapter 11. Know how to turn your willpower into an invincible weapon. Chapter 12. Learn that higher level of concentration which makes the impossible possible. Chapter 13. You will know why dreaming is not just fantasy, but the reality of tomorrow. Chapter 14. Learn how to cast a positive influence on others through your thoughts. Chapter 15. Know the law of vibration within you that attracts opportunities towards you. Chapter 16. You will learn how to maintain balance between the spiritual and material worlds. Chapter 17. Know why gratitude or appreciation is your greatest asset. Chapter 18. Learn the scientific method of reprogramming your subconscious mind. Chapter 19. You will understand how to transform the fears in your mind into courage. Chapter 20. Know why every action of yours is actually a reflection of your thoughts. Chapter 21. Learn the infallible rule of thinking big before receiving something big. Chapter 22. You will know how every organ of your body functions at the command of your mind. Chapter 23. Learn how to seek the help of the universe to change your financial destiny forever. Chapter 24. And finally, you will receive the ultimate key that will shape you into a complete human being. These 24 steps can open every locked door in your life. Are you ready to walk this royal path? Chapter 1. The Inner World and the Source of Infinite Power. The core foundation of this first chapter is your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Charles F. Haanel claims that most people try to solve their problems in the external world, such as earning more money or changing someone else's behavior, but they fail. This is because the true cause lies within your mind. Your inner world is the world of your thoughts, feelings, and imagination. If you can control this inner world, the outer world will naturally come under your control. In this chapter, the author introduces us to that infinite storehouse of our subconscious mind, where there is no lack of knowledge, power, and abundance. When you realize that you are the creator of your own destiny, only then will you find the master key. The inner light and the outer shadow. The projector metaphor. Imagine a projector. What you see on the screen is your current life, the outer world. If you don't like the image on the screen, rubbing the screen won't help. You must change the film or slide inside the projector. Your thoughts are that slide. If you project thoughts of lack, you will see lack in your life. But if you place the slide of abundance and power in the mind's projector, the picture of success will manifest in your real life. The human mind as the solar system. Just as the sun is at the center of our solar system and all planets revolve around it, your mind is the sun of your life. Your health, wealth, and relationships all revolve based on the power of your mind. The author says all the power in the universe is essentially static, but when the human mind touches that power, it becomes dynamic. In other words, your mind is the magical instrument that transforms static power into success. The practical exercise of this chapter. Charles Haanel provides a practice at the end of each chapter, which is extremely important. Exercise. Sit upright in a quiet room. Relax your body completely. Try to remain perfectly still without moving for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Objective: to establish your mind's full control over your body. If you cannot keep your body still, you will not be able to control your mind. This is the first step towards success. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Find the source. The source of all problems or successes in your life is your inner thought. Stop blaming external circumstances. Mental control. What your surrounding world will be like depends on what kind of pictures you are painting inside your mind. The power of stillness. To be successful, you must first bring control over your own body and mind. A noise-free, calm mind can connect with infinite power. Friends, today you learned why your inner world is your true identity. When you can recognize yourself, the whole world will recognize you. But where exactly is this vast source of our power hidden? How does that second layer of our mind work, which governs our life even while we sleep? See you in the second part, where we will reveal the mystery of the subconscious mind, knowing which will help you understand how to command your subconscious to turn any impossible dream into reality. Chapter 2: The Mystery of the Subconscious Mind. The core foundation of this chapter is the human mind operates on 2 levels, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Charles F. Haanel claims that your conscious mind is merely the sentry or gatekeeper, but the true source of power is your subconscious mind. Your heartbeat, breathing, and the functions of billions of cells in your body are managed by your subconscious mind, which never sleeps. The greatest truth is that your subconscious mind does not understand logic. It accepts whatever your conscious mind compels it to believe as reality. If you can consciously send the thought, "I am successful," to your subconscious, it will connect with the power of the entire universe to pave the way for your success. This is the Aladdin's lamp within you, ready to carry out your every command. Real-life examples and philosophy. The ship's captain and the engine room. Imagine a massive ship. The ship's captain, conscious mind, stands on the bridge giving orders on which direction to head. Down below, the crew in the engine room, subconscious mind, operates the massive engines according to those orders. The crew in the engine room doesn't know where the ship is going. They only follow the captain's commands. If the captain gives a wrong order, the ship will hit the rocks. Your life is exactly like that. Whatever your conscious thoughts direct, your subconscious power takes your life in that direction. Therefore, like a captain, you must give accurate and powerful orders. The farmer and the fertile ground. Your subconscious mind is like an extremely fertile piece of land. Whatever seeds you sow there, you will reap exactly that harvest. The land does not judge whether you are sowing the seeds of a poisonous tree or a fruit tree. If you sow seeds of "I am poor" or "my luck is bad" in your mind, your subconscious will gift you poverty. But if you sow seeds of abundance and health, miracles will begin to happen. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the first chapter, you learned to still the body. Now the work of the second step is to quiet your thoughts. Exercise. Sit upright as before and relax your body. Now try to suppress all the thoughts in your mind. Let no thought, good or bad, enter. Try to become completely blank or still. Objective: to take the reins of your mind into your own hands. Only when you can stop unnecessary thoughts can you send your desired powerful commands to the subconscious. This may seem difficult at first, but with a few days of effort, you will gain mastery over your own mind. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The power to command. Your subconscious mind is like your servant or attendant. Always give it positive and powerful instructions. Power beyond logic. The subconscious doesn't ask why or how, it only knows how to bring results. So do not be afraid to dream big. Continuous operation. Remember, even while you sleep, your subconscious works on the last thought you gave it. Therefore, always think of success before falling asleep. Friends, today you learnt about the engine of infinite power within you that is driving your life. If you can show this engine the right direction, no obstacle can stop you. But how do you focus this massive energy onto a specific point? How can you make your mental power as strong as a laser beam? See you in the third part, where we will reveal the mental powerhouse, the solar plexus, knowing which will allow you to awaken the true power center within you.
Chapter 3. The Solar Plexus, the Mental Powerhouse. Welcome to one of the most thrilling and powerful chapters of the Master Key system. This is a secret center that functions like a massive powerhouse right inside your body. The core foundation of this chapter is that the human body contains a specific center called the Solar Plexus. Charles F. Haanel refers to it as the sun of the body. It is a vast network of nerves located right behind the stomach. The author claims that just as our brain is the center of the conscious mind, this solar plexus is the core hub of our subconscious mind. All the vital energy of our life emanates from here. When you feel fear or worry, this center contracts and your energy diminishes. But when you are brave and confident, this center radiates brightly like the sun, bringing the surrounding circumstances into your favor. This is the secret doorway through which you can connect directly with the infinite power of the universe. Real-life examples and philosophy. The light bulb and the power source. Imagine your life is a light bulb. If the bulb gives off a very dim light, it means it's not receiving enough electricity. Your solar plexus is that electrical powerhouse. If you can activate this center through your thoughts, your life will glow with the light of success. The author says all the power in the universe is already within you. You just need to know how to turn the switch on. The sun of the body. Just as the sun in the sky sustains the earth with light and heat, your solar plexus sustains your entire physical health and mental strength. When you are cheerful and positive, this mental sun sends energy to every single cell. As a result, your immunity increases and an attraction is created in your personality that pulls opportunities toward you. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the first 2 steps, you learned to still the body and the mind. Now, the task is to feel that steady power within you. Exercise. Sit quietly as before and relax your body and mind. Now, bring your entire focus to the center of your body, the solar plexus, just above the navel. Imagine a bright golden light glowing there. Take deep breaths and feel that with every breath, that sphere of light is becoming stronger and larger. Objective: to consciously establish communication with the core center of your subconscious mind. By doing this regularly, you will feel an unusual confidence and power working within you that was never there before. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The hub of power. Understand that the key to all your success is inside your body. Stop waiting for external approval. Fear versus power. Fear is the primary enemy of the solar plexus. If you indulge fear, your inner sun fades. Always maintain the attitude of, I can. Mental radiation. When you become strong from within, that confidence spreads around you like an invisible wave and influences others. Friends, today you learned about the magical powerhouse within you, the solar plexus. If you can awaken this sun just once, darkness will leave your life forever. But to direct this massive energy onto the right path, you must recognize your own I, or existence. How can you break your limitations and transform yourself into an invincible being? See you in the fourth part, where we will reveal your true identity, the higher self, knowing which will help you understand why you are actually the possessor of infinite power. Chapter 4. Your Real Identity. Now we are entering the deepest and most spiritual chapter of the Master Key system. It will teach you why you are not an ordinary person, but the possessor of infinite power. The core foundation of this chapter is your I, or your real identity, is not your body or your mind. Charles F. Haanel claims that your body is merely a garment and your mind is just an instrument. Your real identity is your spirit, or higher self, which is directly connected to the supreme power of the universe. When we say, I am sick or I am poor, we are actually insulting our true identity, because that supreme power, or God, can never be sick or poor. When you realize that you are a part of that infinite power, all fears and limitations will vanish from within you. This I of yours is invincible, immortal, and full of infinite potential. Knowing this is true knowledge, which will free you from slavery and place you on a royal throne. Real-life examples and philosophy. Electricity and the bulb. Imagine a light bulb in a room saying, I am giving very weak light. But the bulb does not know that the electricity flowing through it is coming from a massive powerhouse. The bulb is merely a medium. You are exactly like that bulb. That I within you is that infinite electricity. When you feel connected to the powerhouse, the light of your life will increase 100-fold. Power is not outside you. Power is flowing within you. The ocean and the water droplet. If you separate a drop of water from the ocean, it has no power. But when that droplet remains a part of the ocean, the power of the entire ocean works behind it. When you think of yourself as alone, you are weak. But when you believe that you are an inseparable part of this universe, all the forces of the universe begin to work for you. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous 3 steps, you worked on the body, thoughts, and the power center. Now the task is to feel your own existence. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now keep saying to yourself, I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am an infinite and holy power. Try to see yourself from outside your body. Feel that you are pure consciousness. Objective: to step out of your ego and introduce yourself to your real I. This will give you mental peace and take your inner confidence to a unique height. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Limitation is an illusion. You are much greater than what you think of yourself. Lack or failure are not your real identity. These are just temporary situations. Mental oneness. Feel your oneness with the power of the universe. I and my Creator are one. This belief is the key to making miracles happen. Understanding your own dignity. When you understand your real power, you will no longer worry about small problems. You will lead your life like a king. Friends, today you learned about your higher self and your real identity. When you can recognize yourself, the whole world will fall at your feet. But how can this infinite power be used to create something new? How is it possible to create wealth and success from nothing? See you in the 5th part, where we will reveal the creative mind, knowing which will help you understand how you can transform your dream world into reality through your thoughts.
Welcome to this magical segment of the Master Key system, which will teach you how your brain functions as a creative laboratory. The core foundation of this chapter is your thought is not just a mental process, it is a creative force. Charles F. Haanel claims that everything visible in this universe, such as great cities, technology, or wealth, was first born as a thought inside someone's mind. The human mind is the junction where the universal energy takes form. When you think deeply about something, you are actually casting that infinite energy into a mold. Your subconscious mind begins to create circumstances in the external world according to that mold. The author says that most people think based on their current circumstances. For example, I am poor because I don't have a job, but successful people create circumstances through their thoughts. For example, I am in abundance, therefore opportunities are coming to me. Your mind is the architect building your future. Real-life examples and philosophy. The architect's blueprint and the building. Imagine an architect. Before a massive building is constructed, he sees it with his mental eye and draws the blueprint on paper. Those lines drawn on paper are not the actual bricks and stones, but without that blueprint, the massive structure cannot be built. Every thought of yours is a blueprint for your life. If you draw a blueprint of lack in your mind, your life will reflect exactly that. If you draw a blueprint of prosperity and joy, the universe will arrange your life accordingly. The cinema projector. Just as what we see on a cinema screen is a large-scale version of a small film inside the projector, your current life is a projection of the thoughts inside your mind. If you want to change the picture on the screen, screaming at the screen is useless. You must change the film in the projector. In other words, by changing your thoughts, your life will transform. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you calmed your body and felt your existence. Now, your task is to control your power of imagination or creativity. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now visualize a place you are familiar with. It could be your study room or a favorite garden. Try to see every detail of that place with your mental eye. The color of the walls, the arrangement of furniture, even a small scratch on a specific book or object. Keep that image steady on the screen of your mind for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Objective: to increase your ability to hold a thought at a single point. If you cannot hold the image of a small object steady in your mind, you won't be able to hold the image of a great success, such as millions of dollars or a big business. This exercise builds the foundation of your creative power. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Thought is the real work. Complete the mental work before performing the physical work. What you create in your mind, you will receive in reality. Cause and effect. Your life is a result and your thought is the cause. To change the result, change the cause. Infinite supply. Have faith that there is no lack of resources in the universe. The more creatively you think, the more doors the universe will open for you. Friends, today you learnt about the magical creative power of your thoughts. You now understand why you are the primary architect of your destiny. But how do you aim this massive creative energy like a laser beam towards a specific goal? How do you bring order to your scattered thoughts and transform them into a colossal force? See you in the 6th part, where we will reveal concentration, knowing which will help you turn your mental power into an invincible weapon. Welcome to the most practical and important chapter of the Master Key system. This is a skill that can transform an ordinary person into a genius. The core foundation of this chapter is: scattered energy is weak, but concentrated energy is invincible. Charles F. Haanel claims that the power of the human mind is boundless, but most of our minds wander through thousands of unnecessary thoughts all day. As a result, we cannot succeed in any great task. Concentration is the ability to fix all your mental power onto a specific point. When you can focus your entire attention on a single goal or dream like a laser beam, the infinite power of the universe will be compelled to turn that desire into reality. The author says concentration is not a matter of force, it is the process of embedding your desire deep within your mind through deep peace and meditation. This is the secret key with which you can open the doors to all nature's mysteries. Real-life examples and philosophy. The magnifying glass and sunlight. When sunlight is scattered everywhere, it cannot burn anything. But if you use a magnifying glass to fix that scattered light onto a small point, a fire will ignite. Your mind is that magnifying glass. If you can fix your scattered thoughts onto a single goal, the fire of success will ignite in your life too. The power is already with you. Just learn to focus it. The calm water of the deep ocean. Waves and restlessness always play on the surface of the ocean, but the deep sea is perfectly still. Your conscious mind is like those turbulent waves. Through concentration, when you dive deep into your mind, you will find a massive stillness. From this stillness, your best ideas and power are born. All who have achieved great things knew how to work at this deep level of their minds. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous chapter, you practiced seeing the details of a familiar place. Now, the task is to make your focus even more refined. Exercise. Sit in a quiet room and relax your body and mind. Now, choose a small object, example, a flower, a pen, or a candle. Close your eyes and try to visualize every atom, every line, and every color of that object perfectly on the screen of your mind. For at least 10 minutes, do not think of anything except that one object. If other thoughts come, gently return your focus back to the original object. Objective: to compel your disobedient mind to follow your command. This practice will strengthen your mental muscles, just like going to the gym builds physical muscles. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Attention is the real currency. Wherever you give your attention, your energy will flow there. Therefore, focus on the solution instead of the problem. Mental discipline. If your mind does not follow your commands, you cannot control the universe. Become the king of your own mind first. The test of patience. Concentration does not come in a day. Practice a little every day, and eventually you will be able to achieve the impossible without even realizing it. Friends, today you learned why focus or concentration is the greatest asset of your life. If you can control your attention, you can control your destiny. But is attention alone enough? How do you paint the picture of your dream on the screen of your mind and make it come alive? See you in the 7th part, where we will reveal visualization, knowing which will help you understand how to show your subconscious mind pixel-perfect images to trigger miracles in your life. Part 7. Visualization, the magical power of imagination. The core foundation of this chapter is, everything remains invisible before it becomes visible. Charles F. Haanel claims that your imagination or visualization is the mold through which the infinite energy of the universe shapes your life. When you can see your goal vividly and in full color with your mental eye, your subconscious mind accepts it as reality. Most people only visualize their current pain and lack, which is why they remain stuck in the same circumstances. But if you have the courage to fix the image of your success, your desired home, car, or a healthy body on the screen of your mind, the universe is compelled to manifest that mental image into a pixel-perfect reality in your life. This is not just fantasy, it is creating the blueprint of your future. Real-life examples and philosophy. The architect's blueprint and the building. Before a massive structure is built, the architect sees it in his mind and draws a perfect blueprint on paper. If there is an error in that blueprint, the building will be flawed. Your life is also a building. Are you drawing a broken blueprint of lack in your mind or a royal palace of success? The author says that the more perfect your mental image is, the more perfectly your real life will be constructed. The photographic negative and positive. Just as in old cameras where a negative was created and then a positive photo was printed from it, your mind is that dark room. Your imagination is the negative. If you capture an image of success on the negative, the print of success will manifest in your real life. What does not exist as an image inside the mind can never appear in reality. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous chapter, you increased your concentration by looking at a physical object. Now, the task is to create an image inside your mind without any external object. Exercise, sit quietly and relax your body. Now close your eyes. Visualize one of your big dreams. For example, you are receiving an award on a stage or looking at the balance in your bank account. See every detail of that image, what clothes you are wearing, what the people around you are saying, and how much joy you are feeling. Hold this image steady on the screen of your mind for at least 10 to 15 minutes, ensuring it does not flicker or fade. Objective, to give a specific form to your willpower. The more you practice, the more alive that mental image will become. And when the image becomes alive, the miracles will begin. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Imagination is your compass. Your imagination will show you the way. To become what you want to be, you must first begin to be that person in your mind. The power of details. A blurry image will not work. Add brightness of color, sound, and feeling. Your mind should not be able to distinguish between imagination and reality. Regular practice. Just as going to the gym builds muscles, visualization builds the muscles of your mind. See the image of your success at least once every day. Friends, today you learned about your magical power of imagination. You are now the painter of your own destiny. But how do you tune this mental image with the infinite frequency of the universe? How can you transform your thoughts into a powerful wave to gain the help of the entire world? See you in the 8th part, where we will reveal the frequency and vibration of thought, the power of thought, knowing which will help you transform your mind into a powerful transmitter or antenna.
Part 8. The frequency and vibration of thought. The core foundation of this chapter is everything in the universe is vibrating. Charles F. Haanel claims that your thought is not just a quiet matter inside your head, it is a type of high-speed electric vibration. When you think, you send a wave into the infinite ether of the universe. This wave attracts all other energies similar to your thought toward you. This is known as the law of attraction. If you think in the frequency of lack or fear, you will attract lack into your life. But if you can tune your mind to the frequency of success, joy, and abundance, the entire universe will be compelled to manifest that desire. Your mind is a powerful transmitter or antenna. Real-life examples and philosophy. Radio or television tuning. Imagine a radio. Hundreds of stations are broadcasting songs through the air, but you only hear the one you have tuned your radio's knob to. If you tune to 98.4 FM, you cannot hear the songs from 100 FM. Your life is exactly like that. If you sit tuned to the station of sorrow, the song of happiness will not play in your life. You must consciously turn your mental knob and set it to the station of success. The tuned musical instrument. If 2 guitars are in the same room and you pluck a specific string on one, the corresponding string on the other guitar will start vibrating on its own. This is called resonance. When your mind vibrates with a specific goal or thought, similar opportunities, people, and circumstances from the universe begin vibrating toward you automatically. You receive exactly what you give out. the practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you controlled your body, mind, and imagination. Now the task is to control the quality or type of your thoughts. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now observe every thought that enters your mind very deeply. Identify which is positive and which is negative. If a negative thought, fear, anger, or jealousy arises, do not force it away. Instead, replace it with a powerful positive thought, courage, love, or success. Practice this mental filtering for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Objective: to keep your mental antenna constantly on a high frequency. When you can change the pattern of your thoughts, your entire world will change. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Thought is energy. Every thought of yours is a seed being planted in the soil of the universe. What you sow, you shall reap. The power to tune. Regardless of your current situation, you can choose to change your thought frequency today. The center of attraction. Before you get what you want, you must bring yourself into the frequency of that thing. In other words, you must feel abundance in your mind before becoming wealthy. Friends, today you learned about that invisible frequency or vibration of your thoughts. You now understand why your mind is a powerful magnet. But is this infinite power of our mind limited only to our interior? How can we use this inner power to remove the obstacles of the outer world? See you in the 9th part, where we will reveal tools for removing negativity, the tools of the mind, knowing which will help you sweep away all the darkness from your life.
Part 9. Techniques for removing negativity. Welcome to this chapter of the Master Key System, which will teach you how to uproot the weeds or negative thoughts within your mind and create a garden of success in their place. The core foundation of this chapter is, just as darkness cannot exist in the presence of light, falsehood or negativity cannot survive in the presence of truth. Charles F. Haanel claims that fear, lack, disease, and sorrow are not fundamental forces, they are merely the absence of positive power, just as darkness is the absence of light. If you can fill your mind with thoughts of courage, abundance, and health, negativity will vanish on its own. The author offers a revolutionary insight here. Instead of trying to change the world around you, change your mental attitude. When you become strong from within, all external obstacles will collapse like a house of cards. This is the magical tool of your mind. Real-life examples and philosophy. The dark room and the candle. Imagine a room that has been submerged in darkness for many years. If you try to beat that darkness with a stick or shout at it to go away, will it leave? Never. But if you light a tiny candle, the darkness disappears in an instant. Your positive thought is that candle. Instead of wasting energy thinking about lack or fear, light the lamp of abundance and courage. You don't have to chase darkness away, simply bring the light and darkness flees. Fertile land and weeds. Your mind is like extremely fertile land. If you do not sow the seeds of good crops there, poisonous weeds will grow on their own. The easiest way to clear weeds is to plant so many good trees that there is no room left for the weeds. Input so many thoughts of success into your mind every day that there remains no opportunity for negative thoughts to enter. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you identified the patterns of your thoughts. Now the task is to direct those thoughts toward a specific goal. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body and mind. Now choose a positive sentence or affirmation. For example, every day in every way, I am becoming more successful and powerful. Repeat this sentence mentally and try to feel the meaning of every word. Keep your mind fixed on this single thought for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Objective: to install a powerful and positive software in your subconscious mind. By doing this regularly, your subconscious will automatically find good opportunities and people for you. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The power of denial. Do not be afraid when facing a negative situation. Say to yourself, this is not my true identity, it is only temporary. Mental filling. Never leave your mind empty. Negativity only takes root in an empty mind. Always remain immersed in some constructive thought. Control over self. What you say to yourself internally is far more important than what the external world does to you. Your self-talk is your destiny. Friends, today you learned how to remove the darkness from your mind and light the lamp of success. You are now the head gardener of your life. But does a specific rule work behind every event in the universe? Why does one person succeed without effort while another struggles all his life and fails? See you in the 10th part, where we will reveal the law of cause and effect, knowing which will help you understand how your current thoughts are creating your reality for tomorrow. Welcome to this infallible law of the master key system, which governs everything from every grain of dust in this universe to human destiny. Knowing this will help you understand that whatever is happening in your life is not luck or fate, but a perfect science. The core foundation of this chapter is nothing in the universe is accidental or a coincidence. There is a specific cause behind every effect. Charles F. Haanel claims that your current life, your bank balance, your health, and your relationships is all an effect, and the primary cause of this effect is your past and present thoughts. Most people fight externally to change the effect, for example, working harder just to remove lack, but they fail because they do not change the root cause or their thought patterns. If you plant a sour fruit tree and expect sweet fruit, it will never be fulfilled. The author says that if you want to change the results of your life, you must courageously change the cause or the seed of thought within your mind. Real-life examples and philosophy. The mirror and the reflection. Imagine you are standing in front of a mirror. Your face looks dull in the reflection. Can you brighten your face by scrubbing the mirror? Never. You must clean your own face. Only then will the reflection in the mirror change. Your outer world is that mirror, and your mind is your face. Instead of complaining about external circumstances, clear your inner thoughts, and the world will change on its own. The seed and the crop. If you sow a mango seed in the soil, you will get a mango. If you sow the seed of a thorny plant, you will get thorns. The universe does not show favoritism. If you sow the seed of lack in your mind, the universe will give you a harvest of poverty. And if you sow the seed of success and abundance, a tide of success will flow into your life. This is a natural law that never makes a mistake. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you steadied and made your mind positive. Now the task is to look at the world around you with a different perspective. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now think about a major problem or current situation in your life that you want to change. Ask yourself, what kind of thought or belief of mine created this situation? Look for the answer within yourself with total honesty. Then, mentally tear up that negative thought and replace it with the success image of what you want to be. Objective is to take full responsibility for your life. When you understand that you are creating the cause, you will regain the confidence to change the effect. 3 major lessons of this chapter. There is no such thing as luck. Everything happening to you is the result of some wave or vibration of your own thoughts. Stop complaining and take responsibility. The invisible world is real. To change the visible world or effect, changing the invisible world or thought is mandatory. An uninterrupted law. This law works 24 hours a day. Therefore, always be conscious of what you are thinking and what seed you are sowing in the soil of the universe. Friends, today you learned about that infallible law of the universe, the law of cause and effect. You are now the judge of your own life, writing your own verdict. But after knowing this law, how can our willpower be transformed into an invincible force? How can you move mountains with your willpower? See you in the 11th part, where we will reveal the secret key of willpower, inductive reasoning, and the will, knowing which will make you an unstoppable human being. Part 11. The sharpest and most intellectual chapter of the Master Key System. This will teach you how to transform your ordinary willpower into an invincible weapon. The core foundation of this chapter is your willpower is the power center that supplies the fuel to manifest your thoughts. Charles F. Haanel claims that most people use their willpower incorrectly. They fight against circumstances or try to achieve things by force. But true willpower is a combination of your reason and faith. When you logically understand that all the forces of the universe are behind you, your willpower becomes calm yet extremely powerful. The author speaks here of inductive reasoning, which teaches you how to reach a grand conclusion from small truths. When you realize, I am a part of the universe, therefore the power of the universe is my power, your willpower gains the strength to move mountains. Real-life examples and philosophy. The electricity and the switch. Imagine a massive factory where machines worth millions are running. These machines don't run on their own. They run on electrical power. And that flow of electricity is controlled by a small switch. Your willpower is that switch. If you are in fear or doubt, you turn the switch off. But if you turn it on with firm faith, all the stalled works of your life will miraculously begin to move. The power is not yours. The power belongs to the universe. Your job is simply to keep it active through your willpower. The river current and the sail. Just as a boat cannot go very far by rowing alone, if the sail is raised, the power of the wind carries it effortlessly to its destination. Your ordinary hard work is like rowing, while your willpower is the sail. When you align your willpower with the laws of the universe, the forces of nature itself will carry you toward your goal. There is no need for force, just hold the sail in the right direction. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you found inner peace. Now the task is to increase your intellectual or reasoning capacity. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now contemplate a grand truth. For example, everything I see or touch is actually a form of one infinite energy. Think deeply about this one sentence for 10 to 15 minutes. See how this one truth dissolves all the fears and small thoughts in your mind. Objective: to place your willpower on a strong foundation. When you believe something through logic, your subconscious mind can no longer deny it. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Willpower versus stubbornness. Stubbornness is blind, but willpower is conscious and calm. Instead of being restless to get something, claim your right over it with a peaceful mind. The power of reason. Stand at least 10 logical reasons behind why something is possible. The stronger your reasoning, the more certain your success. The cosmic connection. Connect your personal will with the will of the universe. What I want, the universe wants too. This belief is the core mantra of victory. Friends, today you learned about the incredible power of your willpower. You are now the indomitable commander of your life. But is willpower alone enough? How can you reach that ultimate level of concentration deep within your mind where whatever a person says becomes true? See you in the 12th part, where we will reveal the higher level of concentration, knowing which will help you turn your mental power into an invincible and miraculous force. Part 12. The higher level of concentration. Now we are entering the most mysterious and powerful chapter of the Master Key System. This will teach you how to take your concentration to a level where the word impossible becomes meaningless. The core foundation of this chapter is concentration is not a matter of force, it is a supreme spiritual connection. Charles F. Haanel claims that most people think concentration means sitting stiffly or forcing a thought, but in reality, concentration is about quieting your conscious mind completely to become one with the infinite power within you. When you can focus your entire existence on a single specific thought, you connect directly with the infinite intelligence of the universe. In this state, Every thought of yours acts like a command, and the forces of nature begin to manifest that thought into reality. This is the laser beam of your mind that can pierce through any obstacle. Real-life examples and philosophy. The spider and the web. Just as a spider sits perfectly still at the center of its web and detects even the slightest vibration at any edge, your concentration should be exactly like that. When you remain steady on your goal, any opportunity or change in the universe will come to your notice. A restless mind sees no opportunity, but a concentrated mind finds a way even through a wall. The waterfall and the turbine. When the water of a massive waterfall scatters everywhere, it only adds to the beauty. But when that water is channeled through a specific pipe onto a turbine, it generates electricity that can light up an entire city. When you funnel your thousands of scattered thoughts toward a specific goal through concentration, only then will your life glow with the light of success. The power is already with you, just learn to channel it. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you refined your attention. Now the task is to make your attention creative. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now think about your goal or dream. Do not just see it as a picture, rather feel that you are creating the causes for that goal. Imagine yourself as the master of that situation. For at least 15 to 20 minutes, keep your attention fixed on this single feeling. Let no doubt or fear enter your mind. Objective: to unify your will with the will of the universe. When you and your goal become one, only then do the miracles in your life begin. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The power of peace. Concentration comes from peace, not from excitement. The calmer the mind, the deeper the concentration. Mental mastery. Let your mind be your servant, not your master. Gain the power so that your mind can fixate on a subject exactly when you want it to. Guaranteed results. When concentration is correct, results are bound to follow, because this is a scientific law. Friends, today you learnt about that higher level of concentration that will transform you from ordinary to extraordinary. You are now the skilled architect of your destiny. But you have sown the seeds of your dreams. Now how does the invisible law of the universe work to turn that dream into a reality? How can you transform your thoughts into an infallible decree? See you in the 13th part, where we will reveal the dreams of the dreamer. Mental creation, knowing which will help you understand why every noble dream of yours is actually the absolute truth of your tomorrow. The core foundation of this chapter is dreaming is not an unrealistic fantasy. It is the first step toward bringing future reality down to earth. Charles F. Haanel claims that everything great and valuable in this world today, such as big businesses, new inventions, or artworks, was first born as a dream or idea inside someone's mind. Most people think dreaming is a waste of time, but Haanel says your dream is the mental substance with which the universe builds your reality. When you courageously place your faith in your dreams, the infinite intelligence of the universe begins to provide the necessary means, people, and circumstances to fulfill that dream. Your dream is the only absolute truth of your future. Real-life examples and philosophy. The inventor's vision. When the Wright brothers dreamt of building an aeroplane, the world laughed at them. At that time, flying in the sky was considered impossible. However, the mental design of that dream inside their minds was so powerful that the universe was compelled to reveal the secrets of aerodynamics and mechanics to them. If your dream is big and you can hold it on the screen of your mind, the entire world will be forced to respect that dream. The great tree from a seed. Just as a massive banyan tree remains hidden in an invisible state inside a tiny seed, a vast empire lies hidden within your small idea or dream. Just as the seed must endure the darkness beneath the soil to grow, your dream may initially have to pass through people's disbelief and difficult situations. But if you remain steady in your dream, it will one day spread its branches like a great tree. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you learnt concentration. Now the task is to feel your goal as a living entity. Exercise, sit quietly and relax your body. Now think about the biggest dream of your life. Imagine that the dream has already been fulfilled. You are tasting that success and hearing people's congratulations. Consider yourself a part of this picture, not just a spectator. Immerse yourself in the depth of this feeling for at least 20 minutes. Objective: to make your subconscious mind understand that your dream is not just an imagination, but rather your present truth. Once the subconscious believes this, it will begin working for you. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The dream is the beginning. Every journey to success begins with a single thought or dream. Do not be stingy in dreaming big. Faith in invisible power. The outline of your dream may not be visible outside yet, but it has already been created within you. See it with the eyes of faith. Mental creativity. Your mind is a garden. Sow the seeds of your dreams there every day and water them with positive thoughts. Friends, today you learnt about the infinite creative power of your dreams. You are now the magician of your tomorrow. But along with dreams, is it possible to influence others or gain the help of public opinion? How can you attract others with your thoughts and make your path to success easier? See you in the 14th part, where we will reveal the power of thought to influence or mental influence, knowing which will help you become an unrivaled leader.
Now we're entering a chapter of the Master Key system that will transform you into a master influencer or a powerful personality in both your social and professional life. The core foundation of this chapter is human thought is not limited to oneself. It strikes the minds of others like a wave. Charles F. Haanel claims that your thought is an invisible force that can influence the subconscious minds of others. When you speak to someone or stand in a crowd, others can feel your internal mental vibration. This is what we commonly call personality. The author says that if you are confident, benevolent, and truthful from within, that positive energy will pull others toward you. Even without saying a word, you can make people interested in your projects or ideas. This is not a magic spell. It is the law of mental science that sets a successful leader apart from the average person. Real-life examples and philosophy. The tuning fork. Science states that if you strike a tuned metal rod or tuning fork and place another rod of the same tune next to it, the second one will start vibrating without even being touched. Your mind is exactly like that. When you vibrate at the frequency of success, the people around you, your boss, your customers, or partners, are compelled to respond to that positive vibration. People feel your energy before they even hear your words. The leader's invisible attraction. Why is it that when some people walk into a room, everyone looks at them? It is because the thoughts within their minds are highly organized and powerful. Unknowingly, they send a message of security and trust to others' minds. Haanel says that if you want the world to help you, first harbor a strong desire within your mind to help the world and do something great. That very desire will turn people into your fans or followers. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous step, you envisioned your own dreams. Now the task is to improve your relationships with others. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now think of a person with whom your relationship is not good or from whom you seek cooperation. In your mind, see them in a happy state and sincerely wish them well. Tell them mentally, "I wish for your well-being." Continue sending this positive vibration toward them for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Objective: to remove malice or fear from your mind and build a bridge of cooperation. When you hold good thoughts for someone in your mind, that person's behavior toward you will change miraculously in reality. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Thought is contagious. Just as your anger or hatred has a negative impact on others, your love and confidence inspire them. Mental leadership. Do not try to control people. Instead, elevate your thoughts to such a level that people naturally want to follow you. Oneness. Remember, we are all part of the same cosmic consciousness. When you wish for the good of others, you are actually doing good for yourself. Friends, today you learned how to make the whole world your friend using the waves of your thoughts. You are now the possessor of an invisible power. But how does the infinite law of vibration of the universe work with this mental power? How can you use your internal vibrations to pull wealth toward you like a magnet? See you in the 15th part, where we will reveal the law of vibration and the power of abundance, knowing which will help you bid farewell to poverty forever and dive into the ocean of abundance.
Now we are entering a scientific chapter of the Master Key System, a wonderful blend of modern quantum physics and spirituality. This will teach you how to move out of a life of lack and tune yourself into the frequency of abundance. The core foundation of this chapter is nothing in the universe is at rest, everything is moving or vibrating. Charles F. Haanel claims that every thought of yours is a vibration of a specific speed. When you think of poverty, disease, or failure, the vibration of your mind is very slow and low level. But when you think of love, joy, and success, your vibration becomes extremely fast and powerful. An infallible law of the universe is like vibrations attract each other. In other words, if you are in a vibration of lack, you will attract lack. But if you can raise the vibration within your mind to the frequency of abundance, then wealth and opportunity will be compelled to rush toward you like a magnet. This is not a miracle, it is a perfect science of nature. Real-life examples and philosophy. The tuned guitar. Imagine two guitars kept in a room. If you pluck the G string of one guitar, the G string of the other guitar will start vibrating on its own even without being touched. Why? Because their vibration or frequency is the same. Similarly, if you can play the tune of success within yourself, then wherever opportunities for success are scattered throughout the universe, they will start resonating with you and manifest in your life. The speed of light and darkness. Darkness is not a force, it is a slow vibration. Light is an extremely fast vibration. If you bring the vibration of light into a dark room, darkness cannot survive there for a single moment. Your positive thought is that high-speed vibration which has the power to instantly dissolve all darkness or lack in your life. Your job is simply to increase the voltage of your mind. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you sent positive thoughts to others. Now, the task is to take the vibration within yourself to the highest level. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now think of that infinite power of the universe that governs the sun, moon, and stars. Imagine that infinite power entering through the top of your head as a bright stream of light and spreading throughout your entire body. Feel every cell of yours vibrating with that power. Feel this powerful vibration for at least 15 minutes. Objective: to tune yourself with the source energy of the universe. Doing this will wash away all your fears and limitations, and you will feel a strange peace and power. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Stillness is an illusion. No matter how your situation is today, it is changeable. As soon as you change your vibration, your situation will begin to change. The importance of feeling. How powerful your thought is depends on your feeling. It's not enough just to say it, you must feel that abundance from within. The center of attraction. You will not get what you want, but rather whatever your vibration is will return to your life. Therefore, first start feeling like a successful person.
Friends, today you learned about the magical law of vibration of the universe. You now understand why it is so important to set the tune of your mind. But how can the balance between this spiritual power and the actions of the physical world be maintained? How is it possible to blend your infinite power with the harsh realities of the world to build an invincible life? See you in the 16th part, where we will reveal the balance of the spiritual and material worlds, the insight and the law, knowing which will help you become a complete and successful human being.
Now we are entering a special chapter of the Master Key system that will teach us how a successful person uses their insight or intuition to overcome all worldly obstacles. The core foundation of this chapter is your inner spiritual knowledge is the master key to your outer material success. Charles F. Haanel claims that most people view spirituality and the real world as separate, but in reality, these are two sides of the same coin. If you learn to use your insight, you will find the solution to any difficult problem in an instant. Insight is the voice of your subconscious mind that helps you make the right decision at the right time. The author says that great business deals or scientific discoveries didn't happen through logic alone, they happened through the illumination of insight. When you connect with that inner peace, no chaos of the outside world can touch you. This is true balance. Real-life examples and philosophy. The ship's compass and the turbulent sea. Imagine a massive ship caught in a storm in the middle of the ocean. It's dark everywhere and nothing is visible, but the small compass inside the ship knows exactly which way is north. Your insight is that compass. No matter how messy the outside world gets, that steady inner compass will always show you the right path. Those who are successful rely more on this steady inner guidance than on the noise outside. The artist's imagination and the canvas. When a painter creates a masterpiece, do they work only with brushes and paint? No, they first see that image inside their mind. This seeing is insight. Until you can clearly see your success with your insight inside your mind, it will not manifest as reality in the outside world. The spiritual world is the factory where the blueprint of your success is manufactured. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you felt vibrations. Now the task is to learn to hear your still small voice or insight. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body completely. Now set aside all your mental questions or problems and become perfectly still. Say to yourself, I am quiet, I know, I see. Remain submerged in this silence for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Do not try to look for an answer, just sit in peace. Objective: to stop the chatter of your mind. Only when the mind is perfectly calm can you receive those subtle hints or ideas from the universe that will help you with your next big step. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The importance of insight. Logic can take you far, but insight will take you to the peak where logic cannot reach. A fearless life. When you connect with your inner power, no external lack or danger can frighten you. Spiritual science. Understand that every spiritual thought of yours is actually a practical action. What you solve in your mind will be solved in reality. Friends, today you learned the secret of that inner compass or insight. You are now the possessor of a balanced power. But is there a connection between this power and gratitude or thankfulness? How can a simple thank you achieve the impossible in your life? See you in the 17th part, where we will reveal the connection between gratitude and abundance, the symbols and the reality, knowing which will help you understand why a grateful mind is the greatest asset in the universe. Part 17. The connection between gratitude and abundance. Now we are entering a chapter of the Master Key system that can magically transform your life. This is the power of gratitude and symbols. The core foundation of this chapter is gratitude is not just a virtue, it is a scientific path to reaching the infinite storehouse of the universe. Charles F. Haanel claims that most people complain about what they don't have, and as a result, they attract lack. But when you are grateful for the small successes in your life, your mental frequency or vibration perfectly aligns with the creative power of the universe. Haanel says that the material wealth around us, money, houses, cars, are merely symbols of the real power. If you chase only the symbols, you will become exhausted. But if you hold on to the real power or gratitude behind those symbols, the symbols will manifest in your life on their own. A grateful mind is the door through which abundance enters. Real-life examples and philosophy. Magnetic force and iron filings. Imagine a magnet. Iron doesn't chase the magnet. Rather, because of the invisible attractive force within the magnet, the iron comes to it on its own. Your gratitude is that magnetic force. When you remain grateful, opportunities and resources around you rush toward you like iron filings. Complaining is the force that pushes your opportunities away. Sunlight and the mirror. The power of the universe is like sunlight, which is equal for everyone. Your mind is a mirror. If your mirror is covered in the dust of complaints and sorrow, you cannot reflect that light. But when you clean the mirror with the cloth of gratitude, that infinite light will reflect into your life, bringing thousands of successes. Gratitude is the fastest way to remove the darkness within you. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you felt the power of insight. Now the task is to transform your thoughts into the power of thankfulness. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now think of 3 small or large things in your life for which you are truly grateful. It could be your family, a specific talent, or your healthy body. Now from the depths of your heart, say thank you or Alhamdulillah. Feel that sensation of gratitude spreading from your chest throughout your entire body. Submerge yourself in this ocean of thankfulness for at least 15 minutes. Objective: to shift your subconscious mind away from a world of lack and into a world of abundance. When you learn to give thanks even before receiving, the universe is compelled to give it to you. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Complaining is poison. Thinking about what you don't have is an invitation to lack. Rejoice in what you do have. Renounce the obsession with symbols. Do not think of money or power as the ultimate goal of life. These are merely outward expressions of your inner power. Real power lies in your peace of mind. Magical results of giving thanks. Express thanks every morning and night. This will positively reprogram your DNA and your destiny. Friends, today you learned the magical secret of gratitude that can erase the lack in your life forever. You are now a blessed and abundant being. But how do you permanently turn this grateful mind into a habit? How can you permanently reprogram your subconscious mind to create a successful personality? See you in the 18th part, where we will reveal new programming of the subconscious mind, the law of attraction, knowing which will help you transform every failure in your life into success. Now we are entering a revolutionary chapter of the Master Key system that will teach you how to reprogram your subconscious mind like a winner. Knowing this will help you understand why your inner beliefs are the creators of your outer world. The core foundation of this chapter is your subconscious mind does not argue, it only obeys the commands you give it. Charles F. Haanel claims that your subconscious mind is a massive source of power that works 24 hours a day. If you do not consciously give your mind positive and powerful thoughts, it will accept incorrect information from the negative environment around you and lead your life toward failure. Haanel says the only way to reprogram the subconscious is through repetition and deep faith. When you repeatedly visualize yourself as successful and believe that what you want is already yours, your subconscious mind is compelled to pull that wealth or circumstance into your life using the universal law of attraction. Real-life examples and philosophy. Computer hardware and software. Your body and brain are the hardware of a supercomputer, and your subconscious mind is its operating system or software. If there is a virus, meaning thoughts of fear or lack, in the software, no matter how powerful the hardware is, the computer will not run correctly. You must consciously delete that old virus and install the new software of success. Once the software changes, every output of your life will transform. The deep sea diver. Our conscious mind is like a boat on the surface of the sea, seeing only the waves. But the subconscious mind is the depths of that sea, where all the jewels are hidden. Just as a diver courageously goes deep to collect pearls, you must dive deep into your subconscious through concentration. Go there, remove the thoughts of lack, and place the jewels of abundance. Remember, whatever you plant in the depths will bloom on the surface. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you learned gratitude. Now the task is to give a new command to your subconscious mind. Exercise. Just before going to sleep and right after waking up, when your subconscious mind is most active, sit quietly. Now repeat a short and powerful sentence, a short affirmation of your goal. For example, I am now the possessor of infinite abundance and success. While saying this, feel it in the depths of your mind, not just as words, but as an absolute truth. Continue this for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Objective: to erase the old and harmful beliefs of your subconscious mind and install new and powerful ones. This habit before sleep is enough to change your destiny. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The conscious gatekeeper. Keep your conscious mind at the entrance of your subconscious like a sentry. Let no negative thoughts enter. The importance of feeling. Your subconscious mind does not understand language, it only understands feeling. Therefore, it is essential to feel the joy of victory while speaking of success. Unwavering faith. Doubt is the greatest enemy of your subconscious mind. Have faith in yourself without any buts or ifs. Friends, today you learned how to transform your subconscious mind into a powerhouse or a center of energy. You are now the true programmer of your destiny. But is there a connection between this mental power and the problems of our daily lives? How can you use your intelligence or knowledge to turn every obstacle in life into an opportunity? See you in the 19th part, where we will reveal mental knowledge and the true goal of life, your mental food, knowing which will help you become an invincible and wise person. We are now entering the 19th chapter of the Master Key system. This will teach you how to nourish your mind with the right food to develop into a truly wise and invincible human being. The core foundation of this chapter is, just as your body depends on food, your mind is built upon the information you provide it. Charles F. Haanel claims that most people are very conscious of what food enters their bodies, but they don't think at all about what kind of thoughts enter their heads. If you spend your day watching fear, anxiety, gossip, or negative news, your mind will become toxic. Haanel says that knowledge is not just about collecting information, but transforming that information into power is true wisdom. When you fill your mind with higher thoughts, ideals, and stories of success, the infinite power within you will awaken. Your mental food will determine your future destiny. Real-life examples and philosophy. The gardener and the fertilizer. Just as a gardener doesn't just water the plants but uses high-quality fertilizer so the tree becomes nourished, your mind is a garden. If you only throw trash or weeds, meaning negative thoughts there, beautiful flowers will not bloom. You must consciously fertilize the soil of your mind with books, good discussions, and creative thoughts. Remember, you are becoming exactly what you are reading or listening to. Car fuel. Just as a luxury car becomes useless if given the wrong fuel, your extraordinary brain cannot take you to your destination if it receives the fuel of wrong information. Those who are successful consider every second of their time valuable and only accept information that moves them toward their goal. Treat your mind like a high-performance engine. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you reprogrammed the subconscious mind. Now the task is to use your conscious mind as a filter. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now think about what information has entered your head in the last 24 hours. Which ones made you stronger and which ones made you weaker? Now imagine a powerful filter in your mind that will only allow positive and useful information to enter. Practice this conscious observation for at least 15 minutes. Objective: to change your mind's food menu. When you consciously stop accepting negative information, your mind will automatically find the path to solutions. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Conscious selection. Who you associate with and what you watch, these are writing your destiny without you knowing it. Therefore, be strict when making selections. Knowledge is power. However, only that knowledge is effective which is applied. It is not enough just to know, it must be put to use. Mental peace. Always keep the mind calm and constructive. A depressed mind can never achieve a great discovery or success. Friends, today you learned the importance of your mental food. You are now a conscious guardian of your mind. But how will you unify this acquired knowledge with the entire universe? How will you awaken the infinite entity within you to conquer all kinds of limitations? See you in the 20th part, where we will reveal Spirit and the Universe, or Cosmic Consciousness, knowing which will help you understand that you are not alone, rather the entire universe is working for you.
Part 20. Cosmic Consciousness and the Power of the Spirit. This chapter will teach you that you are not just a body of flesh and blood, but rather a part of that infinite cosmic energy. The core foundation of this chapter is your inner spirit and the supreme spirit of the universe are actually woven from the same thread. Charles F. Haanel claims that this infinite power of the universe, universal spirit, exists in a latent state within every human being. Most people feel helpless or alone because they live disconnected from this inner power. Haanel says that when you realize that you and this universe are one, oneness, fear will depart from you forever. Every desire of yours then becomes the desire of the universe. When you connect yourself with cosmic consciousness, lack or limitation will become meaningless to you, because nothing is impossible for infinite power. Real-life examples in philosophy. The ocean and the drop. Imagine a vast ocean. When a tiny drop of water remains separate from the sea, it dries up in the sun or blows away in the wind. But when that drop is merged with the ocean, it possesses the power of the sea itself. Your consciousness is that drop of water. When you think of yourself as separate, you are weak. But when you become one with cosmic power, you are invincible. The electric wire and the powerhouse. Just as a bulb or a fan cannot light up or run on its own, it needs a connection to a powerhouse. Your body and mind are that bulb, and cosmic consciousness is the powerhouse. If your connection is correct, your light will never go out. Those who are successful always keep this connection intact, which we call intuition or divine knowledge. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you worked with mental food. Now the task is to set aside your small ego and connect with the infinite. Exercise, sit quietly and close your eyes. Now imagine your body gradually becoming light and merging with this vast space. Feel that the same power which moves the sun, moon and stars is working in your heartbeat. Say to yourself, I and the universe are one. Immerse yourself in this feeling of infinity for at least 20 minutes. Objective: to shatter your inner narrowness and limitations. When you think of yourself as infinite, your opportunities will also appear infinite. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Separation is an illusion. You are never alone. All the knowledge and resources of the universe are within you. It's just a matter of recognizing them.
love and oneness. When you consider everyone a part of yourself, there will be no hatred or inferiority within you. This positive energy is what will make you successful. Direct connection. There is no need to ask the universe for help. Instead, feel yourself as a part of the universe. Help will then come on its own. Friends, today you learnt about your infinite cosmic entity. You are no longer just someone ordinary, you are an inseparable part of this universe. But how can this higher spiritual knowledge be used to reach our real life goals? How can every action of yours be transformed into a prayer or power? See you in the 21st part, where we will reveal the secret of thinking big and right. Decisions to think big, knowing which will help you leave small thoughts behind and step towards massive success. We are now entering the chapter of the Master Key system that will elevate the horizon of your thoughts to sky-high levels. It will teach you why, to achieve great success, you must first create a mental mold of big thinking. The core foundation of this chapter is, your life cannot be larger than the capacity of your thoughts. Charles H. Haanel claims that most people fail because they think too small and keep themselves trapped within their limitations. Haanel says the infinite power of the universe is always ready for you, but how much you receive from that power depends on the size of your mental vessel. If you go to the seashore with a spoon, you will only get a spoonful of water. But if you go with a large bucket or a pipeline, you will get infinite water. Thinking big means enlarging that mental vessel. When you set big goals and believe they are possible, the ways to fulfill those goals begin to manifest before you according to universal law. Real-life examples and philosophy. The skyscraper and the foundation. If you want to build a 100-storied building, you must create a very deep and strong foundation underground. Small-minded people only look at the surface, but successful people increase their mental foundation or the depth of their thoughts. The bigger and deeper your thoughts are, the higher the edifice of your success will rise. If the foundation is weak, your dreams will collapse in a minor storm. The mountain peak and the fog. When you are at the foot of a mountain, you cannot see very far because of the fog. But when you climb to the mountain peak, the whole world comes into your view. Thinking big is like climbing that mountain peak. When you see your life in a larger context, small problems will seem trivial to you, and you will be able to make correct and courageous decisions. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you connected with cosmic consciousness. Now, the task is to go beyond your current boundaries. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now, choose one of your current goals. Then, increase that goal 10 times. For example, if you are thinking of earning 100,000, think of 1 million. At first, your mind will call it impossible, but stay calm and imagine that the 10 times larger goal has already been fulfilled. How do you feel now? What is your lifestyle like? Submerge yourself in this feeling of vastness for at least 20 minutes. Objective: to break the comfort zone or comfortable limits of your mind. When the mind becomes accustomed to big thoughts, big opportunities will seem natural to you. 3 major lessons of this chapter. The limit is in your mind. There are no limitations in nature. Lack or limitation is only a creation of our thoughts. The power of decision. Thinking big helps you make courageous decisions. A hesitant mind never receives anything great. Necessity and supply. When you feel the need for something big and consider yourself worthy of it, the universe then begins to send the supply accordingly. Friends, today you learned why thinking big is the first condition for your success. You have now made the sky of your thoughts infinite. But along with big thinking, how can the environment or vibration around us be kept under control? How will you harmonize your inner power with the outside world? See you in the 22nd part, where we will reveal the secret of mental environment and health, or spiritual health, knowing which will make you the possessor of an invincible power in both body and mind. Part 22. The Secret of Mental Environment and Health. This chapter is extremely important because it will teach you how to use your mental thoughts to restructure your body's cells and build a disease-free, powerful life. The core foundation of this chapter is your body is a reflection of your mind. Charles F. Haanel claims that every cell in our body responds to the vibration of our thoughts. If you spend your day thinking of fear, anxiety, anger, or illness, your body's immune system weakens. Haanel says that true health is not just in medicine, but in your mental health. When you fill your mind with love, peace, and vitality, every organ of your body begins to heal itself by absorbing that positive energy. Your thought is that invisible craftsman who is remaking your body every moment. Real-life examples and philosophy. The glass of water and mud. Imagine a glass of clear water. If you drop a single drop of ink or mud into it, the entire water becomes cloudy. Your mind is that clear water, and negative thoughts are that mud. If you stop dropping mud and continuously pour clear water, positive thoughts, the water in the glass will become transparent again. Your body is just like that. Once you remove the poison of the mind with positive thoughts, the body heals itself. The harmony of a musical instrument. If the strings of a guitar or sitar are too loose, they don't produce music. If they are too tight, they snap. For the right melody, harmony or balance is required. When there is this harmony or rhythm between your body and mind, only then will you possess true health. Haanel says that disease actually means dis-ease or a lack of ease. Bring back peace to the mind and the body's ailments will flee on their own. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you learned to think big. Now the task is to send the power of love to every organ of your body. Exercise. Lie down quietly and close your eyes. Now, focus on every part of your body, starting from your toes to your head. Mentally thank each organ and imagine a bright stream of white light entering every cell of your body and healing you from within. Especially if there is pain or a problem in any organ, give it extra attention and feel that it has become completely healthy. Perform this healing meditation for at least 20 minutes. Objective: to inform your subconscious mind that your body is a perfect machine and it knows how to stay healthy at all times. When you focus on health, illness cannot survive in your body. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Thought is the best medicine. The medicine your mind can create cannot be created in any laboratory. Always think of yourself as healthy and strong. Eliminate fear. Fear is the greatest enemy of health. Have faith that the life force of the universe is flowing through you. Oneness with nature. Fresh air, sunlight, and positive thoughts. These 3 are the core mantras of good health. Follow the laws of nature, and nature will protect you. Friends, today you learned the secret key to keeping the body healthy through your thoughts. You are now the chief physician of your own body. But is all this achievement just for chasing money? Or is the true purpose of life even nobler? How can you employ your wealth in your service? See you in the 23rd part, where we will reveal the true rule of money and abundance, which is also known as the law of success and money, which you will know you will not become the slave of money, but the master of money.
Part 23. The Real Rules of Money and Abundance. We have now reached the chapter of the Master Key system that many have been eagerly waiting for. This is the direct secret science of money and abundance, which, once understood, will cause the lack of money to vanish from your life forever. The core foundation of this chapter is, money is not a goal. It is a result or reward for the service you provide. Charles F. Haanel claims that most people chase money, but money runs away from them because they love the symbol of money without understanding the power or the law of attraction behind it. Haanel says that if you want abundance, you must first create a wealth consciousness within your mind. If you mentally dwell on lack or poverty, the universe will provide you with more lack.
But if you believe that the universe is infinite and there is plenty of wealth for you, money will start coming to you like a magnet. Money is an energy that only flows to the person who knows how to use it correctly. Real-life examples and philosophy. The air and the breath. Imagine if you were afraid that the air would run out and you held a lot of air in your lungs, would you stay healthy? No, you would suffocate. You must exhale to take a new breath. Money is exactly like air. When you hoard money or act with stinginess, you stop its flow. But when you spend money with joy and serve others, the universe refills your storehouse even more abundantly. The farmer and the seed. If a farmer keeps all his seeds in a drum for fear that they will be ruined if put in the ground, he will never get a harvest. He must courageously sow those seeds in the soil. Your ideas and your money are those seeds. When you apply them to the service of people or proper investments, only then do they return to you 100-fold. Remember, there is no such thing as void in nature. What you give is what you receive. The practical exercise of this chapter. In the previous steps, you achieved a healthy body. Now the task is to fill your mental bank account. Exercise. Sit quietly and relax your body. Now imagine that your desired amount of money has been deposited into your bank account. See that figure clearly. Now imagine using that money to fulfill your and your loved ones' dreams and helping helpless people. Feel the deep peace and joy within you as you see this scene. Submerge yourself in this feeling of being wealthy for at least 20 minutes. Objective: to convince your subconscious mind that you are already a successful and wealthy person. Once your subconscious accepts this, it will open the paths, such as new ideas or opportunities, for that money to enter your real life. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Service first, money later. The more value you give to the world, the more money the world will give to you. Increase the quality of your work. Abandon thoughts of lack. Stop saying things like, "I don't have money" or "prices are too high today." Always say, "I have plenty and more is coming." Money is a friend. Do not hate money or think of it as something bad. Money is a tool with which you can make your and others' lives beautiful. Friends, today you learned that infallible secret key to money and abundance. You are now stepping into a new, wealthy chapter of your life. But what is the final step of this long journey? How will you stitch together all the knowledge from the past 23 chapters to create the ultimate masterpiece of your life? See you in the 24th part, which is the final and most powerful episode of this series, where we will reveal the final truth, the ultimate fulfillment of life, knowing which will leave no incompleteness in your life.
We have reached the auspicious moment. This is the last and ultimate chapter of the grand 24-step journey of the Master Key system. This is not just a part, it is a life-changing conclusion for you. The core foundation of this concluding chapter is recognizing and utilizing the infinite power within you is the only and ultimate truth of life. Charles F. Haanel claims in this final step that everything you have learned over the past 23 weeks, concentration, the power of the subconscious, the law of vibration, or the rules of abundance, had one primary purpose: to introduce you to your true self. You are not a helpless human being. You are a conscious part of the universal mind. Haanel says that the truth will set you free from lack, from fear, and from disease. When you realize that every thought of yours is actually a part of the creative power of the universe, you will no longer blame fate. You will become the architect of your own destiny. Realizing this ultimate truth is the final success of human life. Real-life examples and philosophy. The pearl and the oyster. Just as an oyster endures the irritation of a grain of sand to create a precious pearl inside, the difficult situations in your life were actually meant to create that pearl of success within you. Arriving at this 24th chapter, your pearl has reached its fulfillment. Now your task is to illuminate your life and the lives of others with the light of that pearl. That truth within you is your greatest asset. The sun and its rays. Just as the sun dispels the earth's darkness and gives life through each of its rays, you too are a ray of that most merciful or cosmic sun. A ray has no existence separate from the sun. Similarly, you have no power separate from the power of the universe. But when you remain connected to the sun, you yourself possess the power to illuminate dark worlds. You are now a living representative of that infinite power. The final practical exercise of this series. This is the most powerful and final practice for you. Exercise. Sit quietly and breathe deeply. Now visualize everything you have learnt in the past 24 parts as a single bright point of light in the center of your heart. Feel that light now spreading through your entire room, your city, and the entire world. Say to yourself, I am free, I am infinite, I am successful, and I am grateful. Remain unified with this feeling for at least 30 minutes. Objective: to permanently embed all the knowledge you have learnt into your DNA. This will take you to such a mental height from where you will feel the world beneath your feet. 3 major lessons of this chapter. Truth is power. Always walk the path of truth and be honest with yourself. True thoughts and true actions will make you invincible. Application is everything. Acquiring knowledge is not enough. It must be applied in daily life. From today, turn what you have learned into your habit. The joy of service. This achievement of yours is not just for yourself. Remember, the more people you benefit, the more the universe will give back to you. Friends, today our thrilling 24-step journey comes to an end. You are now the possessor of that master key with which you can open any closed door in your life. Remember, this series is not just for watching once, it is a constitution for your life. Whenever you lose your way, whenever you feel you are weak, come back to these parts again. That infinite power within you is always with you. Your companionship on this long journey with the Success Code family has truly blessed us. Have you listened to all 24 steps with full attention? Don't forget to let us know in the comments how this series has impacted your life. We believe that from today, a new and victorious chapter of your life has begun. We will meet again in another mysterious and inspirational journey. Until then, stay healthy, dream big, and conquer the world with that master key within you. Before leaving, here is a special challenge. If you truly want to transform this knowledge into reality, listen to the video at least once before sleeping for the next 21 days. After 2 or 3 days, your brain might try to deceive you by saying, I already know all this. But remember, knowing something and having it merge into your blood and bone are not the same thing. After 21 days, when this information is embedded in your subconscious mind, even if you don't consciously try, your body will begin to manifest this success in reality. Remember, the top 1% of the world's wealthiest people practice knowledge for at least 1 hour every day, which is why they are at that peak. So, develop a habit of reading or listening for at least 30 minutes every day, whether it's on our Success Code channel or anywhere else. Let us know in the comments how you liked the video. See you in the revelation of a new secret to success.